Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, as I promised you all that I'm going to be making something different, so today I'm going to be bringing you a very different type of a video. So for the first time I'm going to be attempting a bakery video. I'm going to be baking a banana walnut wheat cake. That's right, and I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. So just go along with me on this process. So let's go guys, let's make the banana walnut wheat cake. And as you all know, it's very hot, so we all need something to cool off, so cheers. Let's go. So guys, for this what we need are 3 to 4 bananas depending on the length. We need 3 eggs. If you want to make an eggless cake, you can substitute these eggs for 1 cup of curd. I'm going to be making an egg cake. If you want to substitute eggs, you can do that. And 1.5 cup of sugar. So first up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix all of these 3 ingredients in a mixer. So 3 bananas. I'm gonna be taking a knife. 1.5 cup of sugar. And after adding our sugar, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add 3 eggs. So 1, 2, and 3. 3 eggs. After adding these 3 ingredients, we're gonna blend them. We're gonna mix them in a mixer. Not for too long, just 30 seconds, half a minute, 30 seconds would do. And after blending our banana mixture, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the flour. This is a wheat cake, so we're not gonna be adding any all-purpose flour. We're just gonna be adding basic flour. So before adding this, you have to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda into your flour mixture. And after adding that, you have to sieve your flour so as to remove any and all sort of impurities that you may have in the flour, which are not desirable in the cake you're going to be baking. So add all of your flour and you have to sieve through it.
One eternity later.
So guys, after an eternity of sieving the flour, what we're gonna do is add this flour mixture into the mixer. Just add it carefully. After adding this, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take 1 cup of cream and we're gonna add this to our mixture. Just 1 full cup of cream and add this to the mixture. And after that, we're going to give this a good mix. After mixing this, what we're going to have to do is we're going to add our flavoring agents. So we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder into the mixture. 1 teaspoon cinnamon powder. Not more than that. And just a few drops of vanilla essence. 2 drops. That's it. A few drops of vanilla essence to this, and then we're gonna mix this. Right after you're done mixing this, remove the mixture, and you have to add this on a baking tray. So before adding this to the baking tray, what we have to do is you have to oil and dust the tray beforehand, so that if you have to take out your cake after it's done baking, it can be taken out easily and it does not stick to the edges. So it's important to dust and oil the baking tray beforehand, before adding the baking mixture only. And now very carefully you have to add the baking mixture into the tray. And you have to fill it 3/4, not full but 3/4. So because the cake rises when you're baking it, so it has some space to rise also. So after adding our batter to the baking tray, we're gonna add some walnuts. And before adding the walnuts, what we have to do is we have to take these walnuts and dust them into flour. so that when baking the because if you do not dust the walnuts into flour, what will actually happen is the walnuts will sink deep down into the cake, and they will not rise up. So it's a very useful tip to dust the walnuts before adding them. So guys, after you've added your walnuts, you need to place the cake into your oven. I've already preheated this for 10 minutes at 200 degrees. So we're gonna add this for about an hour. Add for about an hour, 45 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. And be careful. And after doing all the hard work, you need something to cool you off. So cheers and see you after an hour, guys. So guys, after an hour of baking, the cake is done. And to check that whether the cake is properly cooked or not, what you can do is you can take your knife and you can just push it through the cake. If it comes out without any of the thing sticking to it, this means the cake is done. And as you can see, the cake is properly done. So guys, this cake is actually really easy and really very simple to make. I made this cake as a gratitude for my mom and dad for putting up with me through these times, and I think that you all can, give it a try and surprise your mom and dad with this small gesture to what they do for us. So thank you guys for watching, and if you learned anything or if you found this